Breaking news right now, CHP in pursuit of a reckless driver.
Desmond Shaw is live in SkyCal with more for us. Des.
Well, Amy and Juan, here we are in the heart of Friday rush hour traffic on the dreaded southbound 405, now getting into the South Bay. We first heard about this one in the LAX area. It was right around there. There was some complication with LA County Sheriff's Deputy's helicopter that was overhead. Now you see that CHP unit right there that is kind of eyeing that suspect right there. They have a pretty good description. They're saying about a 45-year-old male, and this was all because of a traffic violation. You see him here along the right-hand shoulder. Oh, interesting. Looks like he's got a stop sign sitting in the passenger seat, and he was making some kind of motion to the officers there. But on the right-hand shoulder, at one point they were in the center divider evading traffic, so it's kind of weird because they don't have the suspect lit up right now at the moment, but you can see CHP is telling them they do have a helicopter overhead. And again, in rush hour traffic here southbound 405. Fortunately, not very high speeds. When I heard about them driving on the right-hand shoulder, I was, worried they were going to be going like 70 or 80 miles an hour. Right now, they're actually just kind of going with the speed of traffic, even though they're, kind of in and out of the right-hand lane. So we'll see how CHP handles this. A couple of units now right behind the suspect. And southbound 405, this is just going to make traffic probably even worse. Juan, Amy, and Mike.
Sticking his hand out again, Desmond, and again, we're noticing those slow speeds. What happened?
There's a big dog there. On his lap.
Yeah, looks like a Shiba maybe. Really cute dog there. Well, we're at a stop now. The window's going up, both windows, but they're kind of, let's see if they're going to kind of box him in. Sometimes we'll see CHP do this, fairly aggressive maneuver. Look at this, they're just coming right in. I mean, in the line of fire, I mean, even though, that is definitely not advisable to try to back up there into the unit. Making contact. This person is really jeopardizing themselves here by doing this kind of stuff. They really need to give up. CHP does not take that lightly when they make contact with their vehicles, even if it's at very slow speed. That is considered assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer. But look at this. Typical CHP just getting right out of the vehicle, not messing around. And they are not worried at all about this person being armed or anything. Maybe they're just worried about, mental illness situation or something. But southbound 405 here off Inglewood Avenue, we've got the freeway stopped, and CHP, no fear, coming right up to this suspect to try to get him out of the vehicle.
Which I can tell you guys really quickly, they did go to this person's home and spoke with a family member who did indicate that there are some mental health issues going on here. So CHP is aware of that information, which may be why they are taking that a little bit easier of an approach, even though he did, back into their car and attempted to get away from them. But we do see them taking a gentler approach, if you will. That sergeant there, who's on the right side, he's got an asp in his hand. That he could
what
use.
Is that, Mike?
It's an asp. It's a metal baton. Essentially, it's a retractable metal baton that he could use to shatter the window if that's the route they wanted to go. Certainly, they're going to want to be careful. They've got the dog in there. This guy has known mental health issues. So ideally, they'll just talk him into unlocking the door and calling it a day. But worst comes to worst, they could shatter the window and go from there. They're gonna. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, breaking
so
the
we're breaking the window. Looks like one of the other officers also told him to maybe
here.
position a car so he can't reverse. Here we go. All right. So now we're getting out of the car.
Yeah.
My guess is, Mike, those family members told officers that he was not armed.
There's the stop sign.
Oh, there's that stop sign. It's almost like a crossing guard stop
That's
sign.
what I was thinking. Wonder if that person was working as a crossing guard. Not often that you would get those stop signs.
Pretty combative here, definitely. Still not cooperating, and it's just very unfortunate, especially if and then we got, this dog here. I think it's a Shiba, and I know that they are a breed that can be known to be a little bit nippy. So let's hope CHP has some patience with the dog as well as the suspect here. They're still trying to drag him out of the seat. Looks like maybe still buckled into his seatbelt, just really not wanting to give in here. Yeah, very unfortunate, especially if we're dealing with mental health here as well as an animal. But I mean, it's taking multiple officers.
Yeah.
Looks like seems like they've really been kind of patient with this
They're
person.
working on the dog.
They didn't just
they
bust
got the dog on the ground.
Yeah, and they got to restrain the dog, and he's got the dog. Boy, I think he's got the dog in his hands. Yeah. Really hate to see this right now.
And they're kind of in that confined position right there. They're between the CHP car and then the suspect's car, and he's being combative. Not an easy place to be in right there.
Now,
okay, they got the dog.
This yellow, is this a taser
there we go.
right
there? There it is.
Okay,
there it is.
Okay.
Still fighting.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Just and You saw they carrying the dog away, and the dog wasn't biting the officer, so that's good. But look at this. I mean, still
Is that the
struggling.
taser
We've got
right
3 or 4
there that he's
people, and this person.
Yeah, the yellow handle is a taser.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, the yellow handle is a taser.
Yeah,
You've got the one officer out there it's holding it, and hopefully they'll just be able to, use kind of physical force and get him into custody, especially if he's not in his right state of mind here. We're going to put the taser away, and they'll just be able to hopefully take him into custody. But as Des is pointing out, I mean, that guy just was really struggling.
And the good thing is nobody's hurt here, Mike, right? We haven't heard of any car accidents or any problems, right? Other than what we just saw here where he kind of hit the CHP cruiser's car, right?
Right, I don't believe so. Des, you didn't hear of any collisions on the way down on the shoulder, did you?
No word of any collisions, but this person's probably going to have a minor burn on their skin because their shirt was all ripped up, and then they got taken down to that hot pavement on such a hot afternoon here in the South Bay. But, I mean, they're still kind of kicking around, flailing, and just refusing to comply. So, obviously this person really struggling with something right now. But, just got to commend CHP for just they came in and were able to shut this situation down so quickly without it turning into a big, standoff or any kind of SWAT situation like that. I mean, this is still going to be really tough for people on. I mean, look, we're talking about, the worst freeway in Southern California at the worst time of day right now. This was already a freeway that was pretty slow. It's going to be completely stopped now coming away from LAX. I mean, and this is just going to make the drive, even once they clear lanes, it takes the freeway a long time to recover when you have all the lanes shut down, even if it's just for a short time like this. It's such a high volume point of the afternoon. So there's going to be some big traffic implications because of this. But as you said, at least nobody injured. Looks like that dog was safely taken into the back, and hopefully they can get that to a relative or something like that, and hopefully get this person the help that they clearly need.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Des, about that dog, because we didn't see the dog. I see that the passenger door is open on that SUV. So you thought you saw the dog in that back seat, or did they put it in one of the cruisers?
Yeah, I saw the dog in the arms of an officer. Unfortunately, the dog looked like it was pretty calm. So it's probably in the back of one of these cruisers right now temporarily, and I'm sure they have the air conditioning on in there for the dog as well. So hopefully they're okay. But this person has finally calmed down, and now you wonder too as well. You said, Amy, that looks like a crossing guard sign. So you wonder if that's their occupation or they were coming from work. It is kind of that time of the day where students have been let out, and it was probably going home for the afternoon. So that's kind of a curious situation as well. But mental health struggles here. Southbound 405 still closed until they manage to get all of this cleared out of the way. Then they got to push the vehicle. So it's still going to be at least a few minutes before they're going to feel okay about reopening some lanes. Maybe they'll get a couple of these left-hand lanes open, but good luck today on the South Bay side of the southbound 405.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks like they're trying to get him back up, so hopefully this will get resolved in a short amount of time. All right, Desmond and Mike, thank you very much.